What is up, YouTubers? Dutch in the house. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm here at an industrial area while you are looking straight into the sun. But yeah, it's an industrial area for the maiden flight of this. This is the OMPHOBBY M2 version 3 Pro. I have no idea why this is a Pro and other helicopters are not a Pro. Am I a professional helicopter flyer? No, but it's called the Pro. Anyway, this is a full 3D capable helicopter, not super duper big. I'd say 300 size maybe. Yeah, and yeah, it's a very modern helicopter, obviously fly barless as you can tell. Fully capable of stabilized flights or 3D flight. In this maiden flight I'll be flying it in normal mode. Normal mode is that, what you call it, well, stabilized and non-3D. I'm more of a sports flyer anyway. In future videos I will probably also fly it 3D, but today I simply want to see if it flies and what it flies like. So let's go, let's see if this OMPHOBBY M2 version 3 Pro flies. Here we go.
You serious?
Alrighty guys. Maiden flight for the OMPHOBBY M2 version 3 Pro. Yeah, and I did do a short test hover already to see if my throttle and pitch curves were in the ballpark. So I know it hovers, but here we go. Okay, armed. And yes, this is in normal mode, so not in 3D mode. Just so you know. And we are up and away. And let's see, there is a little bit more wind than I had thought there would be, but it's doable. It should be doable. And it looks great in the sun, doesn't it? It's a nice and sunny day. Okay, apparently this spot here is a bit noisy. I actually hope you can hear what the hell I am saying. And in the background you hear a train. But I hope you'll be able to hear the helicopter as well. Is it noisy? I don't think so. It's not super silent either, but it's definitely not the noisiest heli I've ever flown. And as you probably know, or maybe you don't, this is a direct drive helicopter, so it doesn't have a main gear. In other words, the main motor is kinda directly connected to the drive shaft. And that should make it a little less noisy, right? Fewer gears and such, hardly any gears actually. Let me get it in a little bit closer so you can, just below the canopy you can see that black bell, hopefully. That's the motor. There, hopefully you can see that. It's a bit of a pancake motor, so very wide but not very high. And yeah, it's a low kV motor, I guess. And therefore no gears needed. And okay, so again, I have before this flight done a short test hover to see if my pitch and throttle curves were in the ballpark. They weren't. Well, I could fly it, but at approximately 75% stick. So I had to hold the stick a little higher than would be comfortable. Hopefully that makes sense. Now I'm flying the helicopter at approximately, let's say, 55–60% stick, which feels good to me. Now, actually, let me put up my pitch and throttle curves on screen for you, in case you're in the process of getting this helicopter flight ready. Again, normal flight mode, so non-3D and stabilized. These are my pitch and throttle curves. For what it is worth. And there's no best or good throttle and pitch curves. It's simply what you like. But these work, right? These work. So they would be a good starting point to see if you like this setup. So I'm not actually completely sure what the... Yeah, the last helicopter I flew was a smaller E-Sheen helicopter. And this is a far more mature feeling helicopter. Even though that E-Sheen wasn't bad, this is super stable, very easy to fly. Obviously not as easy as a drone or an FPV, a quadcopter, but this flies as mature as the 450 helicopters I've flown in the past. DFCs, I mean, aligned DFC helicopters. It's smaller obviously, but it doesn't fly any different. Not that I'm flying it very aggressively right now obviously, but yeah. In case you're wondering, I'm more of a sports flyer. Will I be flying this helicopter 3D in the future? Yes, I will. But sports flying is what I like more. Super stable. Very controllable, easy to fly. Confidence inspiring, I'd say. The color, by the way, looked a bit more purplish on the websites, but it's an easy color to keep track of, and that's the main part, especially that white bit in the canopy, but also that yeah, purplish. Yeah, okay. So what should the flight time be with this helicopter? Well, flying it as I'm flying it now, slow and steady, I should easily be able to get to like 6 minutes on the 750 mAh 3S. I'd say, I'd expect, but who knows. Actually, at the end of this flight, I'll put the end voltage of this LiPo on screen for you. But I'm happy. Very happy it's still in one piece, obviously, but also happy it flies easily. I was kind of wondering if I would have preferred a bigger helicopter. Well, I actually wouldn't know why. Maybe in a little more wind, right? That would make sense. A friend of mine, by the way, has an M2 like this one, but a version 2. And I saw him fly it a couple of weeks ago, and I was impressed by how mature this helicopter flies. Well, this is a version 3, but it's not that different, I'd say. Well, it is a little bit different, but... Alrighty, guys. Is that enough? More to yap about. Let's try a little bit more punchy. Yeah, response is great, but it depends very much on your curves, right? So this being punchy doesn't mean a thing, really. I had kind of expected it to be a little less noisy. It's not like it's very noisy, but I had expected it to be more quiet still. Anyway, let's set it down. Final test, should be easy. Let's set it down in the sun, actually. Damn it, that was ugly. Let's try that again. Let's try a proper landing. Maybe I'll have to tweak the pitch curve a little more to make the landings. Yeah, it's too sensitive around the no pitch zone. Or maybe I'll have to get used to it a little. Could also be. Alrighty guys, successful Maiden, I'd say. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, of course. If you are left with questions, hit me up a comment down below. Catch you on the next video. Bye bye.